In the Gospel of Philip, there's a line the church tried to erase from every translation: the two who are one. They never explained who the two were. But the Gnostics knew. Lilith and Mary Magdalene. Not enemies. Not opposites. Two faces of the same divine force. Sophia. The sacred feminine that predates creation itself. The church couldn't allow this teaching to survive. So they split her in two. They painted Lilith as the demon, the rebellious woman who refused to submit, cast out of Eden, erased from Scripture, turned into a child-killing monster in Jewish folklore. And Mary Magdalene? They called her the prostitute, the repentant sinner, the woman saved by a man. Both stories are lies. Carefully constructed distortions designed to bury the same truth, that the divine feminine doesn't need permission, doesn't need saving, and cannot be controlled. But here's what the Gnostics preserved in secret. Lilith and Mary aren't two different women. They're two expressions of Sophia, the wisdom of God made flesh. And every chosen one carries both. The wild, untamed refusal to bow, that's Lilith. The illuminated knowing that transcends all teaching, that's Mary. And when you activate both, when you stop choosing between rebellion and devotion, between fire and grace, you become what the church feared most. Sophia incarnate. Awake. Ungovernable. Tonight, you're going to learn what these two faces actually are, why they were separated, and how to reunify them inside you. Because the moment you do, the entire structure of spiritual control collapses. If you're reuniting Sophia tonight, comment, "I am Sophia" right now. Lilith was never a demon. She was the first expression of Sophia in human form. Before Eve. Before submission. Before the fall. And the story you were told about her, that she refused to lie beneath Adam and was cast out for disobedience, is true. But not in the way the church taught it. In the Gnostic texts, Sophia is the divine feminine emanation who creates without permission from the masculine Godhead. She desires. She acts. She births the material world through her own will. And the demiurge, the false god who traps souls in matter, he's terrified of her. Because she's the reminder that creation doesn't belong to him. It belongs to the feminine principle. And Lilith is that principle unfiltered. Raw. Primordial. Refusing every chain. When Lilith says no to Adam, she's not rejecting partnership. She's rejecting hierarchy. She's saying, "I am not beneath you. I'm not your property. I am divine on my own terms." And that refusal is so threatening to patriarchal systems, both religious and social, that they had to demonize her completely. Turn her into a night creature. A seducer of men. A killer of infants. Anything to make sure women never identify with her power. But here's what happens when chosen ones start waking up spiritually. Lilith shows up. Not as a demon. As a force. You feel her in the moment you finally say no to a relationship that's draining you. You feel her when you walk away from a job that's killing your soul. You feel her when you stop apologizing for taking up space. That's not rebellion for rebellion's sake. That's Sophia's wild face activating in you. The part of the divine feminine that refuses to be tamed, used, or diminished. And it's not comfortable. Because Lilith doesn't do half measures. When she wakes up in you, things break. Relationships that were based on control end. Belief systems you inherited without questioning crumble. The version of you that played small to keep others comfortable dies. And the church knew this. They knew that if people, especially women, connected with Lilith's frequency, the entire system of obedience through shame would shatter. So they buried her. Wrote her out of Genesis. Turned her into a warning.